It is the dawn of a new day in England, a new era of peace. The country stands unified, free from the rebellion of years past, while military triumphs abroad have made England a power unrivaled among the nations of the world. Towns flourish in this time of growth and prosperity, becoming influential centers of trade, and the people grow strong under a firm but gentle yoke. And in this magical realm, not one slave's mind harbors rebellion, not one peasant's dreams bend murderous, and the lips of every lord affirm as king the man who thieved the crown. You would have us believe this rot, John Lackland?
Come, John. Surely you must have known we would require proof of Richard's death before we'd give consent to have you crowned king.
I'd sooner crown a cockerel than this liar! King Richard languishes in a foreign cell, awaiting ransom still. All England knows his brother John's intent is not to free him.
What proof is there that Richard lives? We have John's word that he does not.
And even if Richard were alive, who among us would have his return? Longsword? Richard's fate is of no consequence. The fate of England, however, is. And while I live, this clumsy child will not be seated upon England's throne!
Who then will freak the wild? You?
Better die than you, Mark de Rampain.
Has it come to this, then?
Guards, these men are traitors. We would they were executed immediately.
What is the meaning of this? No!
A new day in England, indeed.
Outstanding. This sum will be put to good purpose.
And then the scoundrels' men moved in on my wagons, making off with the remainder of my earnings. They led me to their encampment, mocking me the while, and then they tied me to a chair until nightfall, when all was served with a dinner I paid a week's, month's profit for. This is the second time I've been waylaid by Robin Hood in as many months. Will you do nothing? Have I been misinformed? Are you or are you not the Sheriff of Nottingham?
Robin Hood has been a thorn in my side for quite some time. Believe me, if it were that easy to have him brought to justice, I would have.
Bah! A month ago you said the same. If King Richard weren't absent
King
from
John,
the throne...
merchant, and well you would be to remember it.
Well, then, I'll bring my grievances to him. If that's what you suggest, you'll find I have many friends of influence, Sheriff. If you're unable to handle your responsibilities, I'm sure King John would like to hear
Come
of
not
it.
between myself and the king, for it is to him I answer, and to him alone, and not some petty money-loving merchant and his nasty little friends.
I didn't mean to...
If you wish Robin Hood captured, then I recommend that you arm yourself with a stout cudgel and seek to brain him yourself. For with the entire country at war, King John will not spare the men necessary to cleanse Sherwood of villainy.
I see. Well, if it's men you need, as I've said, I've friends of influence. Just say the word and I'll have an army at your doorstep by lunchtime.
Never have I entered Sherwood with such a force. Yes, very well. With an army, we will march upon the outlaw encampment, and with a show of arms, we will have our satisfaction. You are indeed more useful than first I supposed, merchant.
Likewise, Sheriff. Likewise.
The pleasure was all mine.
Uncle.
Will Scarlet, what brings you here? I thought you were off prowling for dinner guests to fill our table. And our coffers.
I was until I came upon one of your men.
Not entirely surprising, is it? We do live here.
The Sheriff of Nottingham marches on Sherwood in force.
His advance is sooner than I had expected. Little John?
Gathers as many men as he can find. He sent scouts are looking for you.
When have they ever found me?
I will make your position known to them. You shall have your men shortly.
Unless John duels. What next, I wonder? Enough of this. What next, I wonder? Let's take a look at the land. What next? Let's see what England has to offer. Enough of this. Let's see what England has to offer.
You're a dead man, Robin Hood.
Put down that toy before you hurt yourself. Next!
Yes, Robin? Where shall they be assigned? Where shall they be assigned? Hey, mate. From where shall they be? Yes, Robin. Where shall they march? Hey, mate. Where shall they be assigned? Spend as much as you need. We can always steal more. Mate. Where shall they be assigned? Hey, mate, from where shall they be pulled? Yes, Robert, where shall they march?
the devil is going on here? In your last letter to me, you swore that it would be at least a month before the sheriff would make his advance.
I misjudged how long it would take for the sheriff to be bullied into action. What? There's a first time for everything.
Obviously, you fooled yourself into thinking that setting yourself up for disaster is somehow a trivial matter. And of course, none of your friends pointed out that perhaps it would not be such a good idea to rob such a well-connected merchant.
He deserved it!
And evidently you've forgotten that the sheriff serves a new master. He's far more worried about John's opinion than he was Richard's.
Yes, Robin. From where shall they be pulled? What shall be their new assignment? Tell me how many shall be transferred. Where shall they march? Hey, mate. Where shall they be assigned? Spend as much as you need. We can always steal more. Where shall they march? Hey, mate. Where shall they be? You never have enough troops, eh? Yes, Robin. Where shall they march? Shall they be assigned? You never have enough troops, eh? Hey, mate. Where shall they march? Where shall they march? And so did the merry men soundly defeat their nemesis, that rascally scoundrel, the Sheriff of Nottingham, once again. And of his person they did thus. They bound him firmly to an ass, in the fashion they'd fixed a felled deer.
Being sure to have attached a letter to the wicked sheriff's wife, gifting her with said ass.
The sheriff or his steed?
The donkey, of course. Of the two, the more useful and the less an ass.
Better we should kill him than expect his company in another 2 weeks' time.
Stay, Will. We are, as always, gracious hosts.
We need to talk.
A moment, love. Farewell, Sheriff, until next we meet.
London Travers, you sheep biter! If your gaping mouths could trap merchants' purses, we'd be far better served. Back to your posts, you wretches!
Nothing but a sham.
As we speak, battle rages across the land, bringing ruin to England.
Marion, the kingdom is not my affair.
As you have said, but I speak not of the kingdom, of titles, pennants, and crowns. I speak of England. I speak of a people who can but watch their homes be sacked and burned whenever a soldier's hand seeks sport. I speak of a people whose mouths hang empty as their purses, whose backs their masters bend to better make them footstools.
Already we aid them. Do we not rob from the rich and give to the poor?
And what do you give them, Robin? Gold that the tax collector will take? Come next the king demands his due?
What more can be done? Unless I were to conquer England myself, nothing would be... You want me to conquer England, don't you?
I would you save England, yes.
Marion...
If it is not in you to protect the lives of innocents, then think on this. There is a great wrong in the land. There is something perverse about the whole of this. You know this should not be, and I believe you know as well what you must do.
You worry too much about too many things.
And you worry too little.
I've no need to. Things have a tendency to fall into place, dear Marion.
Because people push them, my dear idiot. This is not natural, Robin. There is a foulness to the air that confuses the land, while the crown rests on a head not fit to bear it. If you will not act for me, then act because you're...
You know I will deny you nothing. Very well, then. Robin Hood marches at the command of his lady.
Oh, really? Then I have a couple more commands for you.
I live to serve.
But come, there is someone whom you must meet.